Hi, welcome. This is slow, clear English for passive listening. I'll speak gently and explain as we go. Today's topic is the danger of scrolling. Idiom teaser. A little poison every day. That's not a traditional idiom you'd find in a textbook, but it's a phrase people use to describe something small that slowly damages you over time. Hold on to that idea, because it fits today's topic perfectly. Now, before anyone misunderstands me, I'm here to talk about a pattern many of us experience. The way scrolling can quietly harm our mental health, our confidence, our attention span, and our ability to feel present in our own lives. Because it doesn't look dramatic, it looks normal. It looks like someone on the train passing time. It looks like a tired student taking a break. It looks like a worker winding down after a long day. It looks harmless, and that's why it's dangerous, because the damage is slow, subtle, and easy to deny. Let's start with the first thing scrolling does. It disrupts your attention. When you scroll, your brain gets trained to crave fast rewards, short videos, quick jokes, dramatic stories, one after another. Your mind gets used to constant stimulation. So when you return to real life, reading a page, studying a topic, finishing a report, even listening to a friend, suddenly it feels boring because your brain is overstimulated. It's like your brain is saying, "Where's the next hit? Where's the next exciting thing?" And over time, this affects focus, motivation, and discipline. The second thing scrolling does is attack your self-worth quietly. You might not notice it in the moment, but your brain is constantly comparing without permission. You see someone's glow up, someone's relationship, someone's travel life. And then your brain does this little calculation. Why not me? Even if you don't say it out loud, you feel it. And slowly, you start feeling behind. You start feeling like your life is small. You start feeling like you are not doing enough. What makes it worse is that the content you see is usually curated. It's edited, it's filtered. It's posted on good days, but your brain doesn't fully remember that. Emotionally, your brain treats it as real. You end up comparing your private, messy, real life with someone else's highlight reel. That's not fair, but it happens anyway. The third way scrolling harms you is emotional dysregulation. In 1 minute, you watch something funny. In the next minute, you watch something sad. Your nervous system keeps switching gears, and you wonder why you feel anxious for no reason. You wonder why you can't sleep. Sometimes it's not because your life is falling apart. Sometimes it's because your brain has been emotionally overloaded by content all day. Of course, your mind feels crowded. You absorb too much. Another way scrolling becomes quietly harmful is how it steals your time, but not in a loud way. It doesn't steal 2 hours in one go. It steals 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there, and then suddenly a whole evening is gone. And what do you feel? You feel guilty. You feel disappointed. You feel like you wasted your life. But you also feel too tired to fix it. So what do? You scroll again. And the cycle continues. This is what makes it feel like a quiet form of self-harm. Not because the action is violent, but because the pattern is self-defeating. Scrolling becomes a coping mechanism, a way to numb, a way to avoid. But the price is quiet, and the bill comes later. Now, I'm not here to shame you, because I've been there. There were days when I couldn't handle my thoughts, so I drowned them in scrolling. I didn't realize how much it affected my mind until I tried to stop. That's when I realized this wasn't just entertainment, this was dependence. So what can we do about it without becoming extreme? We start with honesty. We admit what scrolling does to us. We stop calling it rest if it doesn't rest us. We stop pretending it's harmless if it makes us feel worse. One gentle step is to create a pause before you open an app. Before you tap, ask yourself, what am I looking for right now? Am I bored? Am I stressed? Am I lonely? Am I avoiding something? This one question turns mindless scrolling into mindful awareness. It doesn't fix everything, but it gives you power back. Another step is to make your phone less tempting. Turn off non-essential notifications. Remove apps from your home screen. Make it slightly inconvenient, because addiction loves convenience. Small friction can save you. Another step is to replace scrolling with a softer activity that actually calms your nervous system. Something like listening to a podcast while lying down, taking a shower, stretching, tidying your bed, reading 2 pages, journaling a few lines. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be less harmful than the spiral. Also, if you are someone who says, but scrolling is the only time I have to unwind, I hear you. Life is exhausting. But what if the goal isn't to remove scrolling entirely? What if you set a boundary that feels kind, like I'll scroll for 15 minutes, then I'll stop? And maybe the most important truth is this: when you reduce scrolling, you don't just gain time, you gain yourself back. You gain mental space, the ability to sit with your feelings and to process them. It's not easy at first. Your brain will complain. It's uncomfortable because it's honest, but it's also healing. Now let's come back to the phrase I used at the beginning, a little poison every day. The idea is that something small can still be harmful if you consume it repeatedly. And that's what mindless scrolling can become. Not a huge disaster in one day, but a quiet drain over weeks, months, and years. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video.